Welcome back, everyone. This is Arafellin playing Magical Bringer Korona the movie. And we're just about the time where the end of Chapter 3 fight comes up. As you may recall, on the Korona arc, I chose on the canonical playthrough to have Korona stick around and end up fighting Beast Cromm. As a result, Cromm will be occupied, which means... Hey, you guys, let me in a sec, yeah? Who are you?
Hey, it's the cat. That's right, it's that day.
Cat? That day?
No, Therians get like this with the effects from the moon's magic energy. Shh, quiet.
Meanwhile, Korona and Cromm are...
How did it end up like this? I never thought it would be so dangerous. Whoa, she's chasing me. Cromson, stop, snap out of it.
I told her so. What just happened? Just a minor mishap, yeah? Well, anyways. You there, Subaru Yoshiomi. I'm gonna pay you back for earlier right now, so step outside. Hey, what's this all of a sudden? Right now, I'm the very embodiment of battle power fever, giving out free bloodyings on parade, yeah? My usual power is nothing. If I can't get Korona, I'm sticking it to you. If nothing else, I can at least tell that she's more on edge than usual.
Subaru, go fight her. Therians are really strong with her like this. It'll make a good baseline for pre-modification performance, right?
Right. I'm not entirely on board with dragging this out, though. But regardless, Subaru does fall and yell out into the woods. Alright, this should do it. I don't really care where. Hey, you don't take this seriously. There goes a rib, yeah? I'll make no less someone mad if I break you, so put up a good fight, yeah? Very well, and try not to die of electrocution yourself, alright? Good one, yeah? Alright, let's do this, damn it! And here we go. Beast Nyal as Pleia. Like pretty much all the battles we fought so far, this is basically the same as fighting her with Korona, except that Pleia is faster, not as durable, and not as strong. So it more or less evens out. I do like those eyes, though. And the stripes on her face. I got some hits there that weren't as good as they could have been. That shouldn't matter too much in the long run. Again, Nyal, though stronger here than at any other What You Fighter, is really not that remarkable. And it's still only Chapter 3 out of 5. So there's a lot more to come as far as higher stats, increasing difficulty level, all that good stuff. She does have the somewhat stronger regeneration here, but it's only 3% of her max health per turn. And you should be taking off more than enough to keep her health dropping. So for now, let's just fight. It was very regular, except for the last 2 hits. Yeah, probably the only thing of particular interest here will be her special attacks. Which, as I recall on Korona's chapter, we saw both of them, but the mock drill stealth didn't really do anything. Yeah, mock drill stealth at the difficulty levels where probably are here has a chance for each of the chips to do something special, but they just didn't for Korona. Let's see, which one is this? Oh, this is my special. So of course this is Bolted Blade. For some reason I was thinking Nyal's special. Probably because I was just talking about them, but yeah. Oh, also because her meter's pretty much full. And here, Nyal does get a special. So, this will be Double Fine Slicer, which is the one that's like Double Fine Slicer, but it comes from both sides. It's kind of a nice effect there. I got hit once, that's not too bad. Yeah, if you watch Nyal's health closely, it'll seem to be jumping around a little bit. Because she does have the regeneration, and it seems like the game doesn't quite draw the health bar the same way at all parts of the battle. So yeah, it may round off a little differently at different points, which makes it seem to kind of jiggle up and down sometimes. I'd have to take a closer look at the code to figure out exactly what's happening. I don't think it's really important enough to bother fixing, but it's kind of a neat thing to note. Anyway, this will be Thunder Discharge. And because Pleia can't charge any further, it makes sense to immediately Quick Burst into a Voltic Blade. Okay, getting closely spaced. Actually got to the point where I was hitting them too slow. Anyway, this will get a moderate amount of that charge back. Note, the Quick Bursting does reset your combo, which also resets the bonus to energy gain that you get from having a combo. So if you could Quick Burst without resetting your combo, we'd be pretty close to level 2 already, I think. However, that is not the way the game works. Anyway, she's about halfway down. Here's a random special. Those are always nice. Again, 12 hits. Not quite enough to get up there. This should get it up to level 2, though. However, Nyal will get another turn first. And it's another special. Ah, here we go. This is Mock Drill Stealth. So let's see if it does the thing, or if it just kind of does nothing of interest. Yeah, there goes one. But only one. Yeah, that's basically the gist of what Mock Drill Stealth is supposed to do. Except that normally you get a few more of those strangely behaving chips. Especially if you're at higher difficulty where it's 40% instead of 20%. But even at 20%, expect 2 or 3 of them, not just one. Of course, randomness being randomness, you never know what you'll get. Anyway. Quick Burst. Voltic Blade. Yeah, and another attack will not be enough to finish her off, so I will not do another Quick Burst. Better to stay at level 1 and have a chance of getting a random special. But yeah, this will be over pretty shortly. Yeah, I don't think one will be quite enough. And I did not quite outspeed her there. Probably would have if I'd gotten criticals on all of those, but didn't happen. Yeah, there, that's what it does. Kind of throws you off. Anyway, she said that many bars. Yeah, it's worth it to do it now. Especially since having gotten to Gold 2, because this is a guaranteed Voltic Blade. So I think this will be enough. If it's not... yeah, that'll do it. If that hadn't been enough, we'd still have the one to spend to get another instant round, so yeah. And there we go. I wasn't expecting you to have special attacks like that waiting, but I win.
Yeah, damn it. I was so close.
The beastly Nyal was stronger than I had imagined. It felt like we both brought out all our skill and only settled it by a hair's breadth.
Yeah, haha. Hey, Subaru. Cromm and Noel-sama and Korona, they're all stronger. If you're struggling with just me, it's not looking good for you, yeah?
You're quite right. It's not good enough. I have to get stronger or I'll never match them.
Belith's been fun to play with, but there's no way I can save her. So I want to leave it to you, yeah? Subaru, take care of her. Help her out in my place.
Yes, I swear. I'll get stronger. Stronger. And that, if you fight Beast Nyal, is the end of Subaru Chapter 3. This has been Arafellin playing Magical Bringer Korona the movie. Come back next time and we'll do the alternate version where Korona fights Nyal, which leaves Subaru to fight Cromm. Hope to see you then.